Hey everyone, it's JB here, and I'm here playing Final Fantasy XIV. I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV for about a couple of weeks now, on and off, just in the evenings when I have some time, and I'm really enjoying the game. I was unsure, but I thought I'd give the game a fair go, a fair kind of opinion, and I'm having loads of fun, and the game is a lot different than kind of the traditional game that I'm used to playing, like World of Warcraft, or kind of any other MMO kind of RPG style game. And I've learned a lot of things, so I thought I'd make a quick little video just talking about some of the stuff that I've learned. So the first thing I wanted to cover, it's quite a quick one, is you see this little symbol here. You might see other players with it. There you go, there's another guy there with it on. Like a little weed. That's what I called it the first little time. I didn't really know what it meant. I didn't know if it was like kind of my class or what. What it means is you're a sprout, is what they call it in this game, which translates to basically you being a new player. So what it does is it tells you and other people who is new to the game, lets other people know if you're new. So those people might just be a bit, slower at certain things, or they might just not be as good as a more experienced player. You can see a few of them around in this kind of busy area here. So there's one there, one there. There's other symbols, and I don't know what these mean. If anyone wants to fill me in on kind of what they are, then let me know. They've got kind of a more elaborate version of my sprout, a chair, a blue square thing. I don't know what they mean, but I know that this one means sprout. And so if you see one and someone is maybe playing not efficiently or not how you want them to, just give them a chance. As I'm here, I'll rearrange my list. I've got a little notebook here of lists of things that I've learned. So let me try and find some examples. So you'll see some people, like this person here, look how they look really cool. You also got some people who look kind of, maybe not your traditional kind of fantasy character, but a bit different. And then you've got some people like this guy who just look completely different. What I'm trying to get at is people look really cool in this game. There's some really cool armor sets, really cool outfits. But you might notice that when you start off, you kind of have a cool set of armor on. This armor I've got on at the moment is kind of cool, and I recently got this. But you might notice that you look a bit weird. I'll do like an example of kind of some of the mismatch of things that I had. I've got this red hat, these blue gloves, kind of these red trousers. Like, you see what I mean? Like, you look a bit odd. And it can be a bit disheartening. Don't worry, there is a transmog kind of system in this game called glamours, and I think you also have dyes. So, from what I hear, the possibilities are endless. You can make your armor look like other people's, and then you can dye it different colors. So I'm assuming this person's armor here can be made into a different color if you so wish. So that's pretty cool. So don't be disheartened if you look a bit rubbish, because with time it'll be something to look forward to. That's what I'm kind of treating it as, something that I'm working towards, and I'll be able to look at this cool epic set of armor that I've got. Okay, my next tip. So this is something that worried me, and I didn't realize at first. So when I started, I picked a Lancer as my class because I thought the armor looked cool on the character select screen, and I like the kind of idea of having a cool big pole arm and jabbing at people. However, if I look here, you can actually be all the classes. You don't need to make different characters for different ones. So I'm currently a Lancer and a Rogue, which is cool. Just to change between them, once you've unlocked them, you just change your weapon. So if I do that, I'm now a Lancer. My abilities all change. If I want to go back to being a Rogue again, switch back to my other weapon, my abilities change, my level changes, everything changes. It's literally that simple, and I think that's incredibly cool, and I think other games should maybe, if they can work it in, try and do that, because it's nice to know that I don't need to re-level different characters and switch between them. I could play it all on this one guy. I think that's really cool. The thing that the thing that worried me when I did this was, so when you unlock a new class, you'll start at level 1 on that class. So when I unlocked Rogue, thinking, oh, this is cool, and I switched to my Rogue, I didn't realise that's how you switch classes at the time. So when my level went back to 1, I thought I'd have to start again. You don't have to start again. Like I said, you just switch between them freely. Right, I can't remember what number I'm on, but the next tip is probably the most important one, and maybe I should have put this first, but never mind. So if you are confused about what you're meant to be doing, you don't know, you kind of spawned, you don't know where to go, what to do, just look at the top left here. You've got the kind of main story quest up here. It has this symbol, so it's kind of circle with some flames on it. If you click on it, and it'll show on the map, and it'll tell you where to go. So I've come back over here because it's a bit more busy, and I thought it'd be more interesting to look at. But you head towards that, so I can go on this boat, hop here, and then run over there, and then you'll either be able to continue the main story there, or find out what you need to do. Maybe you need to fulfill certain requirements. But yeah, so that's the main story quest. The other types of things are, so you've got this blue one here. What these are is class or job quests, I think I've heard them being called. What these are, if you want to progress the story for your class. So currently I'm a rogue, and I've got this quest. I'm assuming they'll be different if I was a lancer. It's a kind of a little circle with exclamation mark, and it's got a blue background. So if I show you this, pick that for example, it's got a similar thing to that, but it has got the flames. It's just like a little blue circle with a little arrow in it. What this also lets you know is, so here, if I want to become a fisherman, it shows you basically where other jobs start. So if I want to be an arcanist or a fisherman, I head over to there and I can start that kind of story. Okay, so this next tip that I found, I just remembered this one as well. Once again, maybe I should have shown this earlier. So this is for anyone new who's about to start. Not something I realised until later on. I'm on the character select screen now to show you, but where you start depends on your class. So if you're planning to play with friends, you might want to kind of consider syncing up, and the way you work out what you're doing is over here you got your classes, and in the bottom left, I didn't actually notice this when I made my class, but this tells you where you'll be starting. So Gladiator starts in Uldar, so does Pugilist, Marauder starts in Limsa, Leminza, Lancer starts in Gridania, and so on. So you can see where your class starts, and if your friend picks a different one, they will start in a different area. It's not the end of the world, because the story, from what I understand, kind of conjoins together. So you'll start in one of the three places, and then you'll end up unlocking the ability to go to the others, and it'll all kind of converge into one. And I'm assuming where I'm at now, the story will kind of sync up with everyone else. So just keep that in mind if you wanted to start playing with your friend or someone else. It's not the end of the world if you don't pick it, but it's just something to keep in mind. Okay, and I think that's all the main tips I wanted to talk about really today. The main things I've learned so far. The last one, if I had to kind of think of a last one, it would just be have fun with the game. Don't try and treat it like something you've played before, because it's not something you've played before. Well, I assume it's not. But what I mean is by that is, don't go, if you're from, like, for example, a lot of people go on from playing World of Warcraft to playing this. Don't treat this like World of Warcraft, because it's different. There's loads to do, and you should just give it kind of a chance. It's really weird because it's an MMO, obviously. You've seen those people running around. It's got like raids, dungeons, PvP, you know, all the RP, all the things that you could think of. But it's also really well written, and the story's really interesting, and all the characters kind of have, well, not all the characters, but a lot of characters have like voice acting, there's loads of cutscenes. The game just feels really like it was like a single player game, but made into a multiplayer MMO, and I really like that, and I would recommend anyone give it a chance. The game is free up to level 60, and that includes the first, what's it called, expansion pack. There's a new one coming out soon. I can't remember the name of it, I can't remember when it comes out, but that's all happening soon. I'm right at the very beginning of my experience with this game. Like, I'm not saying I'm very good or anything, but I'm excited to keep going. You can expect to see kind of a few videos around this, and I've been streaming it on my Twitch, which I'll put in the description if you want to kind of help me along with my journey as I learn what I'm doing. But I'm really enjoying the game, and I think you guys should try it out too. But that's going to be it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you all next time. See you later.